Hey there, scrappy friends. Suzanne here in the studio today with a fun haul video. My sister and sister-in-law and I are just back from the Creating Keepsakes Scrapbook Convention in St. Louis. The St. Louis show is the first of the year. It's actually in Collinsville, Illinois, on the east side of the St. Louis metro area, in a great little convention center that's really well kept. It's the Gateway Center there in Collinsville. And the St. Louis show is the first of the year, and it was really pretty good. I got to tell you, we really enjoyed ourselves. Okay, let me show you some things as we go along. We always do the Thursday night workshop, and that includes some projects, some really easy, short, quick make and takes. And there were actually a few more make and takes this year than last year. I think we had 9 projects total. One of the most impressive ones is the quick quotes. They gave us this sweet summer layout kit. This is the one I didn't take time to do at the Thursday night workshop. They also allow us to shop Thursday night after our make and take workshops. And so when I do that, the shopping I usually do is to get the lay of the land, and then of course, they're going to have a companion page. So I also picked up the companion page to their make and take project. Another favorite vendor, Paper Loft, had done a layout project. And so then when I was able to go and get some paper from their booth, I got some from the Great Outdoors, which is one of their paper lines. It's not new this year. They didn't have anything new this year, but it was from a year or two ago, and I had never picked it up. So since we're doing a lot of hiking with my son and daughter and stuff, I went ahead and picked this up. You got a 20% off in the booth if you were shopping early, so that was nice. So this is actually a paper that was used on the make and take, and then I got the lanterns, and then I got some solid colors as well. Oops, that goes with the next thing. Okay, and then we just kind of looked at the lay of the land. You couldn't actually see the other booths because they hide them, but we got to look at a few things and kind of plan our next day. I took 2 classes each day, and my classes didn't coincide very well with the other 2 gals, so I was doing a lot of shopping on my own. And you know what that means? That means I, can't resist temptation. So let me show you a few things I got on that first day. One of the things I did was, one of my favorites is Photo Play. So Photo Play has, of course, they have all their paper lines, but I went for some that were discounted. I think this was maybe only $4. It's a candle line. It's a birthday line. So I really like this. There's no sticker sheet, but there is the paper to it. And of course, for birthdays, I can always find other stickers, or I can use this for cards. So I picked that up. And then for just a couple of, I think this was just $2. This is Tulla and Norbert's Love Story. This doesn't have as much paper in it, but it does have the sticker sheet in it. It's super cute. So I picked that up for $2. Hope you aren't getting too much glare there. See if I can, yeah, does that help? Okay. And then one of the things I love about Photo Play is that they do single sheets of paper, and they have, 8 crates of paper. And so if you buy, you can get 15 sheets for $5, and then it's just 35 cents a sheet thereafter. So let me show you. I enjoy going through paper. So I went and was trying to pick 2 at a time. So I really like these for a lot of times for the back. So I'm showing you one of each, front and back. Here's Inflation Nation. This cute red. Here's Hush Little Baby. And the reverse side of that. Here's Oh Canada Christmas, which is very fun. And the other side of that with the polar bears. And then we have some shower flowers. Now here, if I like this paper and I like the reverse, this is the only time I will actually buy 3 of a paper. And so I did. I bought 2, so I would have 2 of the back, and then I'd also have the cut-aparts. I did the same with this Land That I Love paper, and then 2 so that I would have the back. That's really cute. And then to make 15, I had a piece of French flea market because I know I have this line. And then I also picked up the embellishment packs. The Shower and Flowers goes here. And then Autumn Vibes and Fresh Pick 2 are 2 lines that I knew I already had at home. So that was day 1. One of the other favorite booths to stop in is Eyelet Outlet. So let me show you. I got some brads. Okay, here you can see I've got these little hiking boots, so that'll go good with that paper loft. And here are some little gnomes. Those are cute. Christmas gnomes, I would say. Here's some little buttons and blocks. Ladybugs. One of the things I was looking for was the Echo Park Ladybug line, and nobody seemed to have it. Here's some little long dogs, some dachshunds. We got some evergreen trees. Got some hearts. Here's some little chicks. I thought these would go really good with Close to My Heart Funny Bunny. And then here we have some cactuses. We recently visited my sister-in-law and brother-in-law out in Arizona, so I can always use those. And then, of course, I also picked up, I'm not even sure that I had picked this up. I wonder if this got in my bag by mistake because I didn't really think I bought any bling, but I can always use some blue there. Maybe that was somebody else's that got bagged wrong. I don't know. Then I've got some washi tape. Here we've got flowers and leaves. Here we have bees. Let me show those up closer to the camera. Bees. You see that? Yeah. Here we've got bicycles. I have too much washi tape, so my sister and sister-in-law gave me a little bit of grief about this. But hey, these are just $1 or $2, depending on whether they were this time or last. This is cute. It's got Easter bunnies on it. Again, I thought that'll go really nice with my honey bunny from Close to My Heart. Okay, let's set all that aside. Okay, one of my classes was with Creative Creations, and they did beautiful work with 49th and Market papers, and one of the things they recommended was some art glitter glue. And my sister-in-law had also told me about this, so I picked this up. It was 15% off because a lot of the booths that are also doing classes give you a class discount, so I was able to get this for 15% off, so I thought it was a good time to try that. Another of my favorite booths is Want to Scrap, so I've gotten some more bling from that. It's really pretty. This is one my sister was able to shop with me. So one of their specials was buy 3, get 1 free. So she and I split that. And then I've got all of these. And then I really like these teeny tiny bling for cards because they don't add a lot of bulk. So I got some Christmas colors, white pearls, and then tiny red and green. So there was my bling from Want to Scrap. I didn't get any enamel dots. You'll notice I am well stocked on enamel dots. Also, the one at Want to Scrap had some cute discounted baskets, and I found this really cute stamp set in there. And I don't remember exactly what that was, but I think I will go ahead and cut apart. Looks like there's 4 stamps here. I will go ahead and cut those apart and get that all put into my stash. Okay, the other thing is I stopped by Gary Berlin, and because I knew I had 2 of my Copic markers that had run out, I just picked up new markers on those. These were well loved, these 2 colors. So I decided not to get the refill, but just to go ahead and get new markers so I would have fresh tips. But then I did pick up the refill for the color lifting blender. And the man at the booth was very good in explaining exactly how to do that. Okay, first of all, I decided on the quick quotes, I needed all their powder puff inks in the new colors. And luckily for me, these are the 2024 colors. Luckily for me, they didn't have the 2023, or I might have been tempted. Although, I am trying to be good, and I had counted. Here's how I keep my chalk inks, powder puff inks, in these Denise bags, and I knew I only had room for about 15 more. So I stuck with just getting 12 so that I didn't have to expand my storage of that. What else did we have? Well, one of my classes used some simple stories, so I picked up this. I actually paid full, this is probably the only thing I actually feel like I paid full price, although it was only $4.99. That particular booth just didn't have a lot that I needed in air quotes, you know. But this was really pretty, and it went with one of the Creating Keepsakes classes that I took, so I grabbed that. Also, as I told you, I took the Creative Creations class. They were using a Moonlit Garden by 49th and Market, and I took 2 classes, and they had said that those 2 classes actually use up a 49th and Market Moonlight Ultimate Page Kit. So here you can see this is part of it. They took this kit and broke it into 2 classes, and then they added a chipboard pack to go with it. Then they also had extra kits from their 3rd class, a Moonlit Garden, and since it was using the same paper line, I went ahead and I paid for that class kit. That was just $20, so that was nice. They just do an excellent job. She says it's almost OCD on their instructions. It is really good. I really enjoyed that class, both of those classes. So at that point, I had so much invested in this 49 and Market, I thought I was go ahead and pick up the Vintage Artistry collection pack and this set of laser cut elements. And that way I could end up with a whole album full of this beautiful, beautiful paper. Okay. Then I was able to go to Echo Park. Echo had I believe it's 4 different lines for $24. So I grabbed the God Bless America, My Favorite Summer, the Dots and Stripes Gingham, and Sun Kissed. So I think I have my summer covered. And then I picked up My Favorite Summer because I had a list of all my paper lines and what I had, so I knew I didn't have this chipboard. And the same with Gnome for Christmas. I have that paper, but I didn't have the chipboard. Chipboard was just $1. So that was a really, really good deal. Of course, I went back to Photo Play. They had a deal, I believe it was for $4.28, so $7. And a whole collection kit for $7. I mean, that's just phenomenal. So it's time to stock up for all year. I got Holiday Charm, and they also had the ephemera for that. Travel Log. They did not have the ephemera for that. Hello Lovely. I picked up this one because my sister had picked it up. It's very pretty, so this is probably one we'll work on together. I had the ephemera for that. This one, it just, the first thing in the booth that caught my eye was the Serendipity. I just love these bright colors. And again, we had this. And then we had, if you spent $30 in the booth, then you got a free paper pack. Actually, they gave me, I was able to pick a freebie each day. So I ended up with 2 of these because they only had 2 paper packs in the freebie selection and I'd already had the other one. So I grabbed a second one of these and gifted it to my sister-in-law. So pretty cool, huh? And then, of course, on the second day, they had actually restocked the single paper. And I wasn't planning on even looking at it until I heard a couple of ladies say they were restocking. So I did another 15 sheets of single paper. Here we have Land That I Love. Some Fern and Willard. I think I actually have this, but I couldn't resist getting some more ladybug paper. Here's this one called Stay Home. I love the muted colors in that. And look how pretty this plaid is on the back. And then we've got Go Outside and Play. Isn't that funny? Stay home and then go outside and play. That's very fun. And again, a lot of these I was just looking more at the B-sides. If it's a very usable B-side, I went ahead and got it. Here's Those Summer Days. It's a great piece of paper. This stripe is just fabulous. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. And then we had some Falling Leaves. And here's the opposite side of that. And then to make my 15, this one was Honeycomb from one of their honey lines. It's got a pretty red on the back. Okay, so that was the photo play. Let's see, what else? Oh, I went back to the Creative Creations and got my sister had gifted me some Nuvo drops. So they had these buy 3, get 1 free. So I got some new colors. This one is called Enchanted Elixir, Rudolph's Nose, Love Potion, and Fruit Cocktail. Aren't those fun? So I'm looking forward to adding those to my little collection. I think I need one more to fill the little container I have these in, but I had all the other colors that they had there, so I'll be on the lookout for that. Okay, then let's talk about the deal of the show. And I just looked into this, and both my sister and sister-in-law were a little jealous. Scrapbook Fun Addicts had done part of the make and takes on Thursday night, and they mentioned that in their booth that they had some fancy pants that they had bought out. And I was unclear whether fancy pants was going out of business and this was old stock they bought, or whether this was another store that they had bought out their fancy pants. Anyway, this is the deal of the day. When we first went by there, we checked it several times. The first night they hadn't really unpacked all of the fancy pants. It was kind of a last minute thing. The second day I looked and there wasn't much, but on the third day, while I was waiting for my sis and sister-in-law to finish up their classes, I went by there, and for $12, I got this. This includes fancy pants. Apparently it was a class kit at some point, because it's got the Good Old Days layout class. So I've got directions for a layout. Okay, so here's the whole collection pack. All 12 pieces of paper. This says it's from 2019, but I don't think it looks particularly dated to me. And it's got such usable colors. It's a great summer line. I could use it for travel. I'm just loving these papers. Okay, then they also had single papers for 75 cents. So I went ahead and I picked up another one of these. And then I picked up 2 more of these. And I picked up 2 more of these. Okay, and we had layout in class instructions. And then for goodies, we had a doily. We had the Good Old Days puffy stickers. We had the Good Old Days flashcards. We had the Good Old Days silicone embellishments. We had the Good Old Days cork. We also had the ephemera pack. And then we had just a couple goodies here. Others. Fancy Pants Design, some tags and ribbon. And all of this was marked for $12. I really think they made a mistake because they had some other things that weren't even quite this full that were marked for $17 or $21. So this was definitely the steal of the show. So that was very, very, very fun. I can't wait to play with all of this paper. Okay, then to generally wrap up the show, I would say that all of the vendor booths on the floor, they were all given more room, and the aisles were nice and wide. I would say probably all of the vendors that had been there last year were back, and there might have been, I think there were maybe 2 that I hadn't noticed before that were there. So I visited those 2, but I don't think I actually bought anything. One of them didn't have any kind of volume special and didn't really have their prices marked like a sale price. As far as freebies, we really didn't get much. We got we got an adhesive on the Thursday night class. In the Creating Keepsakes, I won a door prize, these Tombow markers. And then for turning in my survey at the end, I got a small Stamps of Life. So, very, very fun. While I was there, I also picked up some close to my heart stuff. So let's do a little close to my heart while we're here. Rebecca Brown is the maker who does the St. Louis show. And she had also had sort of an online rummage sale where you could buy it online and then pick it up at the show. So let me show you what I got. Here's some vellum paper. These are marked with older prices. They were cheaper on the online rummage sale. I think I paid $4 for the vellum. Here is a Zoe paper pack. I think I paid $5 for this. My sister was able to get this in her booth as well. So that was a good deal. She had mix-ins. So that was fun. I had gotten the Christmas Story, Workshop Your Way. I got that at like half price. I also was able to pick up, so that was all the stuff I had bought ahead of time. And then in her booth, it was buy one, get one half off. So I got some cassette paper. She didn't have any sticker sheets, but I bought one and got one free. So I paid $8.65, so I paid about $12 total for 2. I had gotten the cards ahead of time. I think I only paid $3 or $4 for those. So, very good. And then when I got home, believe it or not, one of my last close to my heart orders was here. Let me go show you what I got in that just for the fun of it. Since I have to open it up anyway, we can go ahead and do that now. What did I get? Oh, this was the one where they had all of the great stamp sets. Oh, I've had my eye on this one forever. This is Feathered Friends Stamp and Die Cut. Very cool. Some unique snowflakes. Since Close to My Heart is going out of business, of course, these are just going to be for my personal use. Little Miss Message. This one's very fun. Stamp and Die Cuts. These were like less than half price. Close to My Heart's got some great deals, but stuff is selling out. So if you're interested in picking up something, you might want to get onto the website sooner rather than later. This was supposed to be the May stamp of the month, but since they're not going to be in business, or we're not going to be makers in May, they went ahead and put this in the April sale. Here's Smell the Roses. Very fun. Doodled Florals. Very fun. Boy, I didn't remember having ordered quite so much. Christmas Story card making. That's nice. And another Easter Blessings. Okay, so that is very fun. Alrighty, that's it. As I said, I did spend more than last year. I spent about 20% more than I had spent last year. But I was happy with what I got at these prices. Why pay $15 or $16 for a collection pack when you can get them for $6 or $7? Or even, I think even the 49th and Market, I had 15% off. So this was probably under $10 with my discount. So I am very happy about that. So if you're trying to decide whether or not to do the Creating Keepsakes, I would highly recommend it. Like I said, it was not quite as crowded as the prior years, and we want to keep them doing these, so please consider attending, won't you? All right. As always, I appreciate your time and attention. Bye for a bit.